with the ambition that the Richmond Academy schools bring.
Okay, the team captains are out at midfield for the Cats. Steve Everson, the quarterback. Williams, the linebacker. 81 Green, the tight end. Their counterparts for Richmond Academy. Sammy Sanders, we didn't say too much about Sandy. We will talk a little bit about him because he's their bread and butter man so far as that running back slot's concerned. He's a big kid, 6'3", 225, and he's a senior. The other co-captains include Rashad Davis and Sheeman Perry, a defensive lineman. When we come back, get set for the kickoff of tonight's 1992 Valdosta Wildcat football season.
The Outdoor Shop on Northside Drive has everything your youth league football players going to need this year. Helmets, pants, pads, shoes, and of course the jerseys. Let the Outdoor Shop professionals fit your youngster with the right equipment for football. Sizes range from midget to double extra large youth. The Outdoor Shop has special discounts to area teams, including the Boys Club and the YMCA. Get the right fit the first time at the Outdoor Shop. And don't forget now, dove season opens Saturday. Get those shells, hunting license, and dove stools at the Outdoor Shop. 416 Northside Drive, Valdosta.
Do you want to save money this winter on your utility bills? Well, we can help. Call Waller Heating and Air Conditioning Company for a free estimate on a new high-efficient Trane heating unit. With Trane's high SEER ratings and Waller's low prices, you can't afford to go another winter with your old inefficient heating system. Call Waller Heating and Air Conditioning Company.
We'll check the rest of that defense for you, offense for you in just a moment. They do run the wing T offense. Sanderson has it on the tee. Gets a good kick. Goes to the 5-yard line. Out over the 10 to 15. Cuts the corner at the 20 and going to be brought down right there. Marcus Williams and number 11, Nakia McMullen. First two Cats in on the suicide squad. So we got a good kickoff and a decent return. The backfield will consist of Terrence Leverett, 6'1", 175 senior. Their running backs are Fernandez Samuels, C.J. Hardwick, and Sammy Sanders. First and 10 from the 20. Man in motion. The give to the big back. Sanders gets about 4. Stopped short of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Franklin Wiseman, one of the defensive co-captains, in on the stop for the Cats defensively.
Jay, their starting 11 looks as big as anybody that we play. Now, whether they have the depth to compete with the Cats tonight, we'll have to wait and see on that. But their starters appear to be pretty good-sized fellas.
Little trap and got close to 5. We'll say second down and 5. The ball just shy of the 25-yard line. We had a lot of rain come through earlier this afternoon, and I think, if anything, it's going to help the field. It rained here hard for about an hour and a half. Now we get penalty flags. Let's see what this is all about. Back judge threw the flag. We got a delay of game call against the Musketeers. So that moves it back to the original line of scrimmage with Valdosta and the Musketeers of Richmond Academy. Their first meeting since 1970. Quarterback keeps, rolls left, got 5, got 10, close to, and I think he's got the first down. They knock him down around the 30, but I think Leverett scrambled before he was hit by Sam Thomas.
Sam Phil there, I tell you, Dexter, outstanding linebacker for the Cats last year, but Sam has looked good in camp so far. I think he's going to do a good job for us this year.
So the Musketeers pick up a first down at their own 30-yard line. First and 10. Leverage your quarterback. Man in motion. They give to the fullback off that wing tee. Gets maybe a yard. It's Sanders again. Sidelines. No score. Just over 10 minutes to play. Second down, 10. The quarterback Leverett keeps, look left. Rolls, cuts the corner. Missed a couple of tacklers and picks up around 7, maybe 8 yards. Out over the 35 to around the 38-yard line. Gerald Davis, Soundtree, Jason Jelks, and Larry Melton. Boy, there's some new names in that defensive secondary. Third down, just about 5.5. Ball at the Richmond Academy 35-yard line. He gets to his little scat back, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Hit in the backfield by Sam Thomas, the running back. 21's Hardwick tried to turn the corner, but
Never made the play.
the quarterback Leverett will be punting. Deep for the Cats, number 21, Tommy Speed. No rush, setting up a return. Kicks off the right side of his foot. Tommy's elected to let that thing run down to around the Cat 31. So we're going to look at that Cats offensive unit for the first. Had quite a bit of playing time last year. Chris, a 5'10", 170-pound senior with good hands. Shadrick Green, as tremendous tight end. From the 31, they gave us to Alfred Barnes. Barnes crosses the 30, gets out close to the 33. Knocked down by Ronald Sloan. Took us a nice little shower through the afternoon hours and then left just about an hour before game time. 2nd and 9 from the 31. Everson back to pass. Got a man open. He's wide open. Shadrick Green to the 40, out near the 45-yard line. First down, Terrence Leverett, the quarterback. Play 8:23, 8:22, first quarter, no score. From the 45, a counter to the tailback. He's at the 40, 35, pushed out of bounds around the... Well, they're still going to give him the 35. They say he stepped out right at the 38-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Cats at the Richmond 38. Everson back to pass, has time, unloads, intercepted. The receiver was down when he caught the ball. His knee was down around the 28-yard line.
I don't think he got in.
Him screened maybe by the offensive line. 1st and 10, the first turnover of the night, and an interception from Steve Everson. Leverett, your quarterback, has a man in motion. From his own 27, we got a loose football, and let's see who picks it up. I think the Musketeers got their own fumble. They did. Recovered by the quarterback Leverett. Sebastian Davis, along with Wiseman, the defensive end, in there messing things up.
Franklin Wiseman, one of those Florida Times Union Super 11 players, runs a 4.40, very quick. Defensive end, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call it.
He's an athlete.
No question.
A loss of about a half yard. 2nd, 10.5. The ball at the Richmond 26-yard line. On a counter, quick opener, the quarterback fakes to a running back, keeps it himself, crosses the 35, gets to the 36-yard line. Yanked again to substitute. Steve. Nice bunch of gentlemen we were chatting with before the game down in the dressing room. No score from Cleveland Field. 0-0. 7:05 to play here in the first quarter between the Cats and the Musketeers of Richmond Academy. Leverett calling signals. Again. Wants to throw. Puts it up. And incomplete. Pass intended for running back C.J. Hardwick. You stayed out much today, you realize how hot it got. One receiver split wide right from a wing tee. One running back in motion on a counter. The keep by Leverett, the quarterback, didn't fool the Cats at all. They kept their eye on him and tackled him back at the 20. Sebastian Davis, first Cat defensively in. So Leverett checks in to punt it away one more time. Deep for the Cats. Tommy Speed. Bad kick. Goes off the right side of his foot. And man, he's not going to get any yardage on this one. It rolls dead at the Richmond Academy 35-yard line. So he got a net 50. Steve Everson, your quarterback, has his two running backs in there right now. That's 21, Tommy Speed. First time we've seen Tommy in offense tonight. He's got Speed and 2nd down 6 at the Richmond Academy 31-yard line. Everson again calling signals. Gives to McMullen. McMullen gets inside the 30. Pulls his way down to around the 27-yard line. Well, the nose guard finally came up and helped out, knocked him down. With a turnover on that last series, Everson may be a little hesitant to put it up. He's one out of 2 in passing. Give this to Well, Averson faked everybody off, including myself, as he faked his Tommy speed at the line of scrimmage, kept it himself, turned the corner, got a good block from McMullen, and goes all the way down to the 15. Cats at the Richmond, and speed behind Everson, the quarterback. McMullen almost stopped at the line of scrimmage, directing to the right, and then decided to go back to the left, and gets down to close to the 10-yard line, a gain nearly 5. Second down, 6. Everson gives to McMullen again. This time didn't fool Willie Watson. Watson came over the top and knocked him down around the 10, so there was no gain on the play. Beautiful night for football. A little bit warm, but it always is. Those first 3 or 4 games, we're going to plan to sweat on that one. Everson wants to throw, rolls right. Now decides to turn it up. Got blockers in front of him. Goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Steve Everson, following his blockers, picture perfect around the right side. Try the point after. Good snap. The kick is up, and it's good. 3:45 left in the 2 deep men, Gilchrist and Samuel. Cats get their first score of the 1992 season on a Steve Everson keeper around the right side. It goes to Gilchrist at the 10. He's out over the 20, 25. Got a little seam and is going to be knocked down as he crosses the 30. Gets to around the 32-yard line. What do you expect from that? A relatively new squad under a new coach, Al Mummy. Great fella. I wish him the best at VSC. Leverage, your quarterback, from his own 32-yard line, trailing 7-0. Puts a man in motion, keeps it, turns the corner, and finds about 2 yards in a whole bunch of black and gold jersey. This defense is coming alive, Todd and Bobby. These guys are just seeming. Locker room are talking that the defense is going to have to carry us a couple of games. Let offense gets gelled, gets settled in on the offensive line. Leverett goes to his running back, stop for no gain. That was Al Lamar, 170-pound junior, knocked down right about the line of scrimmage by tight end right side. One receiver split left. Man in motion from the wing tee. Leverett, the quarterback, rolls, looks. Oh, tip pass, and this could go for 6, folks. He's at the 40, 35, 30, and knocked down by the Cats secondary around the 25-yard line. He carried it all the way down to just inside the Valdosta 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Leverett gives to his big back. And Sanders gets to the 19.
Tight plays that you see sometimes. Jason Jelks went for the interception, had it in his hand, just couldn't hold it.
2nd and 5 from the Valdosta 19-yard line. Sanders again gets down close to the first down. He may be a half yard short. The initial stop was made by Lavalis Paul, number 90. It was. Paul checks out right now. For no win. Cats 7. Richmond Academy nothing. And the Musketeers want to take time. 7. Richmond Academy nothing. You're listening to Wildcat Football. With 14 ticks left in the first quarter. Cats up by 7-0 on a Steve Everson touchdown run of 10 yards. Leverett comes back with Sanders, his fullback, and Sanders gets the first down and a little bit more all the way down to the Valdosta 10. I think the Cats might have at an inches mark, so they could conceivably get a first and goal inside the 1-yard line. 7 seconds. Now what do we got going here? Clock isn't running, and I think, looks like one of the Cats, Jelks, had an equipment problem out there. Now he's fixed and good to go. Samuels checks out for the Musketeers. 1st and 10 at the Valdosta 10. Leverett keeps, rolls left. Needs a couple of blocks, being chased. And let's see, they knock him down around the line of scrimmage. 32 was the first man there, putting all kind of pressure on him. That was Archie Lewis. Archie, a junior. And the quarter ends right there. 1992 season opener with Richmond Academy, a team from Augusta, Georgia, and a team they haven't played since 1970. Leverett puts one man in motion, rolling right, wants to throw, still has it up, goes to the corner and overthrows his tight end. Pass intended. That was about it. 3rd and 10 from the 10-yard line. Leverett, the quarterback. Might have had some trouble with the exchange. You got a loose ball down there. This is the second time this has happened tonight. And Terrence Leverett has to fall on the football. Center Mick. So the Musketeers going to try one from the 17. Jonathan Adams checks in to try one. This will be a 27-yard attempt. High snap, loose football, and the Cats will take over right there at around the 14.5. Center snap was too high, but he didn't have any luck at all doing that. 15-yard line. Everson gives to Barnes. Barnes had a little hole in the left side, but it was quickly closed up by one of those big defensive linemen. Barnes picks up maybe a yard and a half. We'll look at it as 2nd down and 9. One receiver split wide right. Everson keeps, needs a block, tries to roll around and can't get out of the grass. Again, Sanders knocks him down around the 15, a loss of 1. And Rocky split wide left. In motion, Barnes, the lone setback. Williams, and the quarterback, Everson, knocked down back around the 5-yard line. Ronald Sloan. So we got a punt situation here, first time tonight. Kicking for the Cats, as he has been for the last 2 years, Wayne Devane. Good center snap, but not much of a kick. Goes off the right side of his foot. No return. Rolls out over the 35 and will be downed at the Valdosta 38-yard. First, let's determine we got a holding penalty against Richmond Academy. It's going to be declined. We're in the second quarter. Cats up by 7-0. Everson scoring on a 10-yard scamper in the first period. The center, Jason Rouse, 215-pound senior, up over the ball. And the quarterback, Leverett, gives to Sanders, his first back. And Sanders gets to around the 35. First man on him was Frank. So let's see what we can do about adjusting and hopefully stop all this. Sanders, of course, their biggest guy out there. He plays both ways, so with the humidity and the heat, it's bound to take its toll unless he's an exceptionally well-fit athlete. 2nd down 8. Leverett rolling right, wants to throw. Now being chased. Has a little daylight. He's at the 35, down to the 30, 25, 20, and knocked down around the 15, 16-yard line. Somebody upended him. Donald Hitson, Academy at the Valdosta 16-yard line. Musketeers threatening here in the second quarter. Cats showing blitz. They're coming after Leverett. He puts it up, and it's complete to the 10-yard line. Pass complete to Samuel from out of the backfield. Sam Thomas, that's Merrill Gilchrist. Gilchrist splits wide left, tight in right side. Man in motion. Give to the up back. He's going in for 6. Touchdown, Richmond Academy. C.J. Hardwick. But all of a sudden, Richmond Academy is down here, fixed to make a game of this thing. Good center snap. The kick is up, and it's good. So with 6:19. Now they spread out in their basic kickoff formation. Cats are still moving people up close to the line. Now they begin to move them back. Got folks in there with good hands. Williams, let's see, got Rocky across the way. Shadrick Green to the near side. 6:19 to play in the first half. We get a tie ball game at Cleveland Field. It's all tied at 7. And there's your official whistle. And Adams gets his toe into it. It's going to go to McMullen at the 17, over the 25, near the 30, at the 40, looking for a wall. Look out! He's at the 45. Tries to meet a couple of guys at midfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Loose football, and he may have fumbled it. Nakia McMullen on a great 4 times. They had him hemmed up, but he squirmed away. Everson gives to Alfred Barnes. Barnes gets to the 40. Then going to be knocked back. Number 62, Johnny Wright. Things happen. John Bell split to the near side. Second down 9, and a counter to Barnes. He's at the 35 and gets down to around the 32, close to another first down. Scott McQueen makes the stop. Minutes to play in the first half. Chris Rocky splits to the near side. Close set behind Everson. Steve wants to run, turn it upfield. He's got the first down out over the 30. Gets inside to around the 29-yard line. Should be a little shocked at the offensive power that Richmond Academy came over here with. They only won 3 games last year. Running back at the 25, at the 20, at the 15. Tommy Speed finally knocked down by Gilchrist and Al Lamar. First down, Cats. And we have a penalty flag. It looks like went across the way. Let's check this penalty. Face mask, the infraction against Richmond Academy. It don't work that way every Friday night. First and goal from the 7.5-yard line. Everson straight up the middle. Goes, let's see, is it Speed? He's got the feet. Second and goal. Everson keeps rolling right. Got a couple of blockers out there trying to get to the goal line. And let's see, there's another penalty flag. Steve got close to the 1-yard line, but we saw a yellow flag go right into the pile. Now let's see what this is all about. Holding against the Cats. So the offensive line, tight ends. And Rocky, of course, rotating in there with half dozen other receivers. Chris checks in right now as a flanker left side.
Oh, Bootsy's a pretty big kid, but he's got some growing to do too, doesn't he?
Just a sophomore. Number 81, Chadrick Green, tight end left side. Second down. Keeper, Everson, down close. Fumbles, goes out of bounds at around the 1-yard line. Now let's see, was that another penalty flag in there? Come on, guys, we were almost fault-free in the first half, and now all of us, first quarter, now all of a sudden, or maybe that wasn't a penalty flag. Maybe they just marked it there. They just marked where the ball was. It's third after he's hit her about the same time and has given up the football 2 times. They give to the fullback, David Williams, and David gets maybe a half yard. They stack him up right about the half-yard line, leading that charge. The Cats won the first game. Fourth down and goal from the half-yard line. Everson quarterback sneak, and they're going to knock him right back. What a goal line stand. What a goal line stand by that defense. The first rooter down there looks like Sanders with number 3. I'm sure they wanted 7. 2:42 left in the first half. From their own goal line, Leverett gives to Sanders. Sanders fumbles, but I think he was down. He was knocked down around the 4-yard line. Will split to the left, he and C.J. Hardwick. Hardwick actually will be a slot on the left side. On a counter, the quarterback on a 4th and goal at about the 1-foot line, and in a quarterback sneak, Everson just moments ago was stood up and knocked back. Leverett gives to a running back, fumbles the football, and the Cats come up with it. 50 seconds left. Jason Jelks came up with a loose football. Jelks, Johnny on the spot. Split left. Rocky to the right, tight end right side is Green. Let's leave for a play-action pass to the right side, looking for Chadrick Green. He's open. Touchdown, Wildcats! You can see that thing materializing, Todd. Point after try. Good center snap. Kick is up. Looks good from here, and it is.
Do you want to see
the 2 deep men are Gilchrist and Samuel. Short kick And it's going to be down to just inside the 30, around the 27.5 yard line. And, of course, Bob Davis in his 97th year at Warner Robins. From the 27, Leverett rolls right, looks, got a man open, and overthrows him. Defending. And we'll find out a little bit more about what VSC's got to offer this year. Second down. They give to Sanders. Sanders tripped up by Marcus Williams, and he falls down. Only 7 seconds left. 7 seconds left in the first half. We're going to take a time.
Boats and Motors, your Mercury Yamaha dealer, 41 south of Valdosta.
Time for one more play. And that's going to about wind it up. The Musketeers had picked up a first down, so they had a 1st and 10. And with 7 seconds to go, they didn't even try to go deep. Ran the clock out at their own 40-yard line. So the first half is history. Stand by. We got the halftime show, some halftime stats, along with a conversation with head coach Hal Mumme of the VSC Blazers. All that and more when we come back. Your score at Cleveland Field, Valdosta 14, Richmond Academy 7. You're listening to Valdosta Wildcat Football. Meeting his counterparts to start the second half exchange and determine who's going to be kicking and who's going to be receiving. Tonight's broadcast, another sports feature of WAAC-FM and WGOV-AM Valdosta. Valdosta will start the second half. Receiving, John Bell, Tommy Speed, Nakia McMullen. Deep for the Cats, the up man is David Williams, the fullback. I may decide to stand for this third quarter. Adams, short kick, goes to McMullen. McMullen fumbles it. Tommy Speed picks it up. Tries to get outside, but can't find any blocking. He's going to be knocked down around the 25. Getting up rather enthusiastically. One of the suicide team members for Richmond Academy obviously made the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Valdosta at their own 25, leading by 7. Big football game coming up tomorrow night down in Tallahassee. The Florida State Seminoles, of course, will be opening against Duke University in their 1992 season opener. And the game can be heard on WGOV AM 98. The ball at the Valdosta 27-yard line. Williams, the lone setback behind Everson, the quarterback. Steve throws in the flat, complete to Bell. Bell's got blockers in front of him at the 35, at the 40, and goes down at around the 45-yard line. Bell's first reception tonight, Bobby, right. Got a slot man. The lone setback is Williams. Williams, the ball carrier. Straight up the gut and a little off tackle. Right side gets to the 49. Gain of around 4. 2nd down 6. Sammy Sanders. Robert Randolph. And let's check the receiver on the near side. It's Timothy White. Option back to David Williams. Williams gets to the 40. Picks up another 10 yards.
Phil, with the size and speed he's got, that's dangerous.
Had good blocking in front of him, too. Offensive line beginning to shift around a little bit inside. On a counter, fake. Everson keeps and is yanked down as he gets to around the 34-yard line. Unceremoniously by Al Lamar. 4.5. 2 receivers, including Bell, split left and right. Williams in at fullback. Barnes gets the call. Alfred Barnes pooches out near the 30. Going to be close to the first down, but I think his knee's going to be down at the 31. Sammy Sanders, a linebacker, makes the stop. The 31-yard line of Richmond Academy. 14-7, no score here in the second half. We've got just over 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. First down Cats as the first back gets the call. David Williams, and he gets minutes to play in the third quarter. Still no score change here in the third and second half. Back to pass. Everson has time. Throws deep in the corner. Up, and who's got it? John Bell. Touchdown, Wildcats. Fought off 2 defenders. He had 2 guys out there with him.
Defenders. Outstanding play.
Sanderson to try the point after. It's 20-7 now. Everson to hold. Center snap is good. The kick looks good. Hits the upright and bounces back. No good. So with 8-3 to Wildcat football. His receivers 2 times tonight. This one a 30-yard touchdown completion to John Bell. Sanderson again kicks it off. And looks like Gilchrist at the 5. Out near the 10, 15, 20. And boy, did he get knocked down. Tommy Speed, I think, was the guy that hit him. We got a penalty flag on around the point of attack and around the 22-yard line. But let's see what this is all about. Got in front up there 11. First down, trailing 20-7. Cats. Sanderson hits the upright with his point after attempt a moment ago. So we may well see the Cats try for 2 if they score again. Clock running, 8:32, 8:31. Terrence Leverett, your quarterback. Puts Samuels in motion. And Samuels was completely annihilated inside. Well,